Good evening. My name is Giovanni Podestà. I'm director at Fuksas. Thank you for the invitation. We were very intrigued by the exhibition manifesto because it recalls principles and concepts as hybrid spaces, as mixed of function, metamorphosis, even ambiguity, which are actually principles that we put together and we use every day in our design process. One example can be the Naples subway station, which is the project that is showcased at the exhibition. It's a transportation project, so it started as a subway station, but since day one, we conceive it more as we have a larger idea of it, considering more as sort of public space. So we enlarged the above ground area in order to create more a sort of public square. So you already can see how we start with a program which is transportation, then we add public realm. So it starts to begin the complexity of the project. And then during the construction phase, something very unexpected happened. And basically we found underground a Roman temple. And this obviously was a shock. And as you can understand, on one side we were very happy, on the other side not really, especially the construction company, the contractor, but also the client, which is the city of Naples, because this stuck the works for a long time. But give us the opportunity to think more about the project and actually add another layer of complexity to the project. So then we have like above ground public space, B1, the possibility to have an exhibition space open to public to exhibit the Roman temple. And then more at the lower levels, the subway station, so the proper subway station floors. So, and this, sorry, but it's automatic. And this also is part of the ambiguity that we mentioned, because in our idea, it is a subway station, but actually it not really look as a subway station. Then let's go to the other project that is pushing. So another example, cultural center in Beijing, pretty straightforward process. We won the competition. We started the design. We start the construction also, but then we have a long stop because of COVID. And so this gives us the opportunity to rethink about the project with the client. It's a cultural center with 2 blocks. On the right side, exhibition space. On the left side, performance, so music hall, with a big lobby in the middle. So in the original project, the lobby in the middle was supposed to be just part of the building as a traditional cultural venue, but we had the possibility to somehow improve it and transform what was a traditional lobby space, a traditional hall, as more like a sort of public foyer. So in the idea that once the construction will be completed, the lobby will be completely open to the public, and will be basically a connection and a passage, an extension of the lobby of the tower behind, which, by the way, is the highest tower in Beijing. So a connection between the tower and the park, the public park in front of it. So what was an enclosed and somehow self-standing building, although with a public function or a cultural function, it will become basically a sort of indoor public space. And this will give also the opportunity to the people and the citizen to enjoy the space that is kind of scenographic, I would say. So if we transform or we translate this into a larger scale, so this concept of mix of function, three-dimensional space, and hybrid spaces, and so on, to a larger scale, so to a urban scale. The project that is more challenging us at the moment is the line. Maybe you heard about it. It's basically it's a linear city in Saudi Arabia of 178 kilometers. We won the competition to develop a chunk of it, only 3 modules. Only 3 modules, but it's 2.4 kilometers actually. And still, the translation on the urban scale of the concept that we mentioned, so hybridity, ambiguity, mix of function, etc., it's basically the idea of the zero gravity urbanism and the multi-layered public space. So according to this concept, these are the concept drawings. So according to this idea, we developed our proposal for the line. These are some concept models we submitted during the competition, where basically, as all the other teams have developed the 2 blades of the line, that basically is a wall, is a 500-meter wall. Everybody has developed the two walls beside, where actually we work within, the space within, creating a continuous public space that we call the coral, where the landscape, the public realm, the daily functions are in. So trying to transferring what is the traditional European city into this new concept of city. So a city where the main structure, the main livable structure is still the public space. And so the coral will be a sort of connector and a box where, again, all the daily function are in it, and a connector to all the other pieces or all the other elements, like the rocks, as we call it, that host the residential and office, so more, in a way, traditional spaces. And then the clouds that host the assets, as they call it, so the main public function as theaters, schools, hospitals. But again, as you can see from these sketches, everything stick together thanks to the public space. And these also give us the opportunity to have a city which is not, let's say, 15-minute city or 10-minute city, but even 5-minute city, because, again, it's the public space that acts as a sort of, how can I say, is a sort of necklace, and the public space is the connector. So all the city is divided in cluster of functions that can be reached in only 5 minutes. And these are pictures of the, time is ticking, so these are pictures of the coral, as we call it, so of the public space inside our proposal of the line. So you can see different type of function, parks, wellness, squares, and these are the red blocks are the residential and office. This is a night view, and if it starts. Okay.